minute, I forgot my water. Well, good morning, everybody. How are you guys feeling today? It's great to see your smiling faces. My name is Berkenda, for those of you that I have not met yet, and welcome to the July Eggs and Issues on behalf of the Orange Chamber of Commerce and Visitors Bureau. Thank you guys so much for coming today. Before we get started, I do have a couple of things. Okay, did anyone here attend? It's a number of things. It was our board installation, also our annual meeting, also our Best of Awards. Who was there last Thursday? Did you guys have a great time? I thought that was so much fun. So I just want to give a little bit of accolades to everyone who got an award or was a winner last week. So first of all, congratulations to our newly installed 2025-26 Board of Directors. Also, our Board Member of the Year, Rick Martinez, and Ambassador of the Year, Selena Miller. I would also love to acknowledge all of the winners of our Best of. Now, there are a lot of categories. I don't know how many there are. It looks like 30-something maybe categories. I'm just going to go down and read through the list of all of our winners so we can just give them some acknowledgement. And you all can look up their services. It's going to be so much fun. Okay, so bear with me, 33 names. We have, and we'll clap at the end. Buen Dia Services, Restaurant Marketing, Orange Elks Lodge 1475, Williamson Law Group APC, Wheel Warehouse, OC Baking Company, Schools First Federal Credit Union, Orange Barber Company, Lemon and Honey Day Spa, Cafe Zocalo, Green Cheek Beer Company, Circle City Consultants, Selman Chevrolet, Boss Cat Kitchen and Libations, Long Dog Coffee and Treats, AO Architects, Wine and Wax, Eduardo Correa DDS, Chapman University, Moana New School of Polynesian Dance and Entertainment, Chapel of Orange, Black Market Meal Prep, Juice Bar and Protein Bites, Modern Wealth Design, Hit the Mark Fitness Boot Camp in Orange, The Dizzy Daisy, Shannon Family Mortuary, Old Town Healthcare Solutions, Quoc Viet Foods, Children's Hospital of Orange County, Your Favorite Lenders LLC, Sandy's Grooming, Smetona Photo, Friends Church Orange, Minuteman Press, Lionheart Pride, Angelin Catali Lionheart Pride, Orange County Overhead Door, Gonzalez Restaurant, The Potting Shed by Carlisle, Town and Country, Orange Sweet Orange, Seniors Helping Seniors Orange, Remix Market Orange, Heidi's Holidays, SA Recycling. There are so many great businesses in Orange, and so I know that it was hard for people to vote, and I think that we will enjoy doing this again next year. There were so many runners-up, and our runners-up have placards. Our winners have placards. So make sure you guys go to these businesses, post and tag, like them, review them while you're there, have a great time. But we thank you all for participating in that, and thank you to all the businesses that did all the hard work of getting those done and getting those nominations and coming out on Thursday. All right, so as you guys know, today's segment, it's an open format. Our guest, who is sitting in this one wonderful hot seat chair, is here for you. So without further ado, I would love to introduce this morning's guest speaker, Clarissa Serpas. Clarissa, welcome. Before we start getting into some questions, I'd love to just read a little bit about you, if you don't mind. Okay. Clarissa Serpas is the Senior Public Affairs Manager for SoCal Gas, managing 12 cities throughout Orange and Los Angeles counties. In her role, she focuses on enhancing company relations with regional and local government officials, city staff, community leaders, businesses, and nonprofit organizations. Additionally, she educates stakeholders about SoCal Gas's mission, customer programs, and services. She also supports field operations with a range of projects, permitting, and emergency preparedness and response. She has more than a decade of utility and energy industry knowledge, having previously worked at SoCal Gas, water and power generation companies. She currently serves on the board of directors for the Association of California Cities Orange County, YMCA of Anaheim, and is the vice chair of governance for the Greater Irvine Chamber of Commerce. She previously served on the Cypress College Foundation and the Orange County Girl Scouts boards. She holds a bachelor's degree in communications with an emphasis in public relations from Cal Poly Pomona. In her spare time, she enjoys spending time outdoors with her husband and 3 young daughters. Clarissa, welcome again.
Oh, thank you.
I know you cover a lot of territory, so we so appreciate your coming in this morning.
Oh, of course.
How are you doing today?
Oh, doing great. who doesn't love being in Southern California?
Right. Yes, definitely. It's not a beautiful day today just yet, but I feel like it's going to be. It's always a beautiful day in Orange.
Sun will crack out soon.
So for those who are not familiar, can you give us a quick overview of SoCalGas's role in Southern California's energy landscape today?
Yeah, thank you for that question. So, I mean, just by a raise of hands, I mean, who is a Southern California gas customer? Myself included. I see literally every hand in here, right? So, I mean, we are all collectively part of the 22 million customers that we serve. So, for SoCal Gas, we're actually America's largest natural gas provider. So, our territory spans as far north as Fresno counties into Santa Barbara, all the way into Palm Desert and Palm Springs, all the way down to the Mexican border. SoCal Gas's mission today is really about safe, reliable, affordable energy delivery today and ready for tomorrow. And for SoCal Gas, what we also have is 4 storage facilities within our territory. So we purchase natural gas throughout the year at the cheapest rate possible. So we're ready to serve our customers during those peak demand times of winter, of course. Additionally, and so for SoCal Gas too, if you can imagine, we have over 100,000 miles of pipeline underground. Imagine like an underground city throughout Southern California, and we're delivering energy every single day to those customers. So those customers are our homes, right? Our businesses, hospitals, schools, hotels like we're at today, and our natural gas power plants. So not only do we provide our homes and businesses with cooking, hot water, and heating abilities, but we also help keep the lights on here in Southern California too.
That's a lot. I know when I was looking at your website, I was like 22 million. I didn't realize. So is that divide? Is that where Southern California actually starts? Is like that Visalia, Fresno area? I didn't realize we went up that far.
Yeah, I would say so. It's pretty far deep, all the way into Kings County. If you're familiar, if you drive up north, that's kind of about where our service territory about ends. But as far east as you can go and as far west as you can go, all the way down south.
Yeah, definitely. It's huge. Well, affordability is really top of mind for a lot of people, especially our households. Many of our businesses and business owners are here. How is SoCal Gas working to keep energy bills manageable, especially with the transition to cleaner energy sources?
That's a really great question. And I think we all could recognize, and we've heard the state of California and its goals to be carbon neutral by 2045. So I think when we look at our businesses, even for SoCal Gas, and even for myself personally, we're all tightening the belts a little bit, right? I mean, we've seen rising egg prices and gas prices for our vehicles, and we know housing is always top of mind for folks that can't afford it. And so that's definitely top of mind for the gas company. And an issue I wanted to bring up recently was some proposed amended rules by the South Coast Air Quality Management District. So if you're a business, you may be familiar with them, may have gotten permits if you run a certain business. But essentially, their job, in a nutshell, is to improve the air quality in their territory, which is LA County, Orange County, San Bernardino, and Riverside counties. So in a nutshell, that's what their job. And then, of course, who doesn't want cleaner air? We all want cleaner air. Well, I wanted to talk a little bit about their proposed amended rules called 1111 and 1121. I'm not sure if you guys were familiar or heard about these rules, but essentially what these rules were proposing was to phase out natural gas water heaters and space heaters. Additionally, they were going to slap a mitigation fee to manufacturers who are producing these products over a certain allotted threshold. And so when you really started to peel back the onion of this ruling proposed by the AQMD, you really start to realize who it's impacting at the very local level, right? Our seniors, our low-income families, our businesses who are now required or would have been required to retrofit and move to all electric. And what does that entail, right? It's not a like-for-like change. If your water heater is at the end of its life, you can't just go out and get an electric and just pop it in. You got to make sure you have your electrical panels upgraded, along with everything else that goes with it. So it would have been hundreds of thousands of dollars for all of our customers, really, right? So you're talking about apartment complexes, mobile home parks, a small business who's just trying to get by, right? And on June 6th, 12 of the 13 governing board members sat through nearly 5 to 6 hours of public comment on this ruling, majority opposing them. They received 35,000 public comment letters as well, again, majority opposing. And they were working through these rulings probably for about 6 to 9 months. But I think at the end of the day, what they heard loud and clear was that affordability is top of mind. We cannot afford this transition right now. And we want consumer choice. I mean, by all means, again, I absolutely support anybody who wants to go all electric. But for those of us who can't afford it, those of us who are on a limited income, we need that consumer choice.
Right.
And I really want to give kudos, to the city of Orange and our electeds here, because they also sent in a letter to AQ&D recommending to postpone these rulings. And then even to our Orange County Board of Supervisors, Don Wagner, Janet Wynn, who are really champions of getting the message out, getting the information out to the constituents, and what the long-term impacts would be. So I guess to close with that, I mean, again, at the end of the day, it is about affordability,
right,
reliable energy,
right,
and really just having customer choice of what type of energy you want.
Exactly.
And
with that, so does that ruling, so you said it delays it. So is that something we still should be able to pay attention to so that we're able, so we can see like as it's progressing, how we can make those changes, or what's kind of next for that?
Thank you for that question. So 12 of the 13 board members voted 7-5 not to move forward with these rulings. However, it did get kicked back to the staff. Now it won't come back this year. So they have so much on their plate right now. They have so many other things in their purview right now. But it's something that we should keep an eye on because it may come back. So that's where it stands right now.
Okay. And as far as kind of going back to some more affordable options, as far as like rebates, grants for customers and businesses, what does that look like right now? Because I know I look at I love the summer. My gas bill is like $13 or less. Yeah. It's just little old me. So It's very, very inexpensive. But I did see that there was a giant credit. So now it's free. It's probably free until midwinter.
Yeah, so I mean that's a great point, right? If we, back in the old days, we used to get our paper bills. If you were to spread out your paper utility bills, you would probably see that the gas bill is the lowest out of all your utility bills. I think we pride ourselves in that. Yeah. And in addition to that, we absolutely offer rebates and incentives on that, specifically for our businesses. So if you are like let's say a multi-family property owner or a manager of like a mobile home park or apartment complex, we actually offer cash rebates for qualified energy efficiency products.
Okay.
So we do offer a lot of incentives in that realm. Additionally, we also have for our restaurateurs or maybe hoteliers who are looking at commercial equipment, we have a free energy efficiency starter kit. So we give a free panel, a spray nozzle, a specialized gas valve, and a couple of other things. So we also include that. And then just throughout the year, it's like, I feel like it's a hidden secret that we really need to start talking about more that the gas company offers, is we have seminars and training throughout the entire year at our Energy Resource Center in Downey, California.
Oh, okay.
So let's say your commercial appliance or equipment is at the end of its life. You're not sure if you want to spend thousands of dollars on this new product. You can come and test drive the new equipment at our Energy Resource Center and let me see how this product works. Does it fit with my restaurant? Does it really work?
Oh, that's exciting.
And it's free that we offer. And in October, we're also going to be hosting our 12th annual Food Service Expo. This is a really fun expo because, again, not only could you test drive new commercial appliances, but we're going to have live cooking stations. We're going to have industry-leading experts that you can network with and talk with. So, I mean, who doesn't love free food and networking, and just an opportunity to mingle with other folks within the industry.
And that's free for restaurants?
Would be free for restaurants. And I'll be happy to send a flyer out once available to the chamber, because we'd love to have our chamber members out and explore that. So that will be in October.
Great. I was going to say one of our groups is we have a restaurant group, so very specifically, so that'd be great to get that information out to them.
Yes.
So that'll be great.
I'll be sure to send it.
All right, so let's talk about safety. So I know safety is clearly a priority. You mentioned that you had 100,000 miles of pipelines down there. What changes came with Senate Bill 297? That was a Gas Safety Act. And how have you adjusted practices to enhance pipeline safety?
Yeah, and again, safety is a top priority for us. Like you
Right.
mentioned, we have so much pipeline underground, and it's actually the first word within our mission statement, right?
Right.
Safe, reliable, affordable energy delivery today. And so we do have, just to kind of take a step back, I mean, we do have dedicated departments, in which I work hand in hand with, that we are constantly monitoring our gas emissions. So you guys might see our technicians out in the field where they have these wands out. They're not searching for golds, or they're searching for or watches or anything, but they're searching for natural gas leaks, so we can get ahead of it and make any repairs that we have.
Okay.
In addition to that, we are federally and state mandated. We are regulated by the California Public Utilities Commission, and we have to inspect the internal part of our pipeline, meaning we'll do what's called a hydro test. So we'll insert water into certain segments of our pipeline to test the integrity of that pipeline and make any mark, if we need to change something out, we'll do so right away. We also install what's called a smart pig. It's basically an electrical circular device that gets into the pipeline and it moves over a certain amount of mileage, but it's checking for anomalies, right? Is this pipeline still going to be safe for the next X amount of years? And so we do that every again, depending on the federal requirements, about every 5 to 7 years on all of our segments of pipeline.
Wow.
And then in addition to that, it's a lot, but we also have aerial methane mapping. So what that means is we have actually helicopters with methane sensors that are flying out every single day across our territory to check for methane leaks, because we want to get ahead of any issues, right? If we see a methane leak, we want to make that repair immediately and as soon as possible. So I want to get back to your question, though, about Senate Bill 297. One of the things that, since actually August is right around the corner, I can't believe it's already August.
I know.
But August 11th is a huge day in awareness for us in a campaign of calling 811 before you dig through our underground service alert. So if you guys are driving around your town, you might see all the markings like red, orange, yellow. They're marking all the underground utilities. So not only is it a benefit for the gas company, but your water company, your cable company, I see cable here, a lot of electrical is now being undergrounded, and the importance of calling 811 before you dig, whether you're a business or a private property owner. Now, just to give a quick statistic, in 2024, we had 2,300 gas lines hit. 80% were from third-party contractors who didn't call 811, which is a free service we offer. And so in 2019, one of our employees, Wade Kilpatrick, did respond out to a natural gas leak out in the Marietta area. A third party did not call 811, hit our gas line, and unfortunately he did lose his life. We just were remembering him just last week. It's been about 6 years or so. But because of that incident, Senate Bill 297 was passed to penalize contractors and put steep fines on contractors who don't call 811 before they dig and do work. So just a lot of improvements have been made around safety in terms of that, and so I'm glad that bill was passed. But
yeah, it seems like it'd be an easy thing to do. So you said how many thousands didn't call last year?
2,400. So 2,400 gas lines were hit throughout our service territory, just for one simple person not calling. Yeah, that seems so unnecessary. Correct. Yeah. Agreed. Especially when there is loss of life and it can be prevented.
Great. Well, moving along to fire and police, how does SoCal Gas collaborate with fire departments and emergency responders to prepare for potential gas emergencies along those same lines?
This is my fun one. I actually, I love, so part of my role too is what I get to do is work with our first responders. As you mentioned, if there's a gas leak or issue, a contractor hits our pipeline, our police and fire are the first ones out to respond. Typically somebody's going to call 911, right? And they're the first to respond. So in our role, what we get to do and what we do every single year is actually partner with our first responders to do training with them, how to respond to natural gas leaks. We were just with the City of Orange Fire Department back in June. And so we make our rounds here in Orange County with OCFA and all of the independent fire stations to make sure that they know how to respond to a natural gas leak. And I mean, to that point, just for good of the order, really for everybody, if you do see, hear, or smell natural gas, the first thing you need to do is evacuate. right? Evacuate the area, call the gas company, or simply call 911, and then we'll come out and respond and make the situation safe.
Nice. I know also this is like a total segue into just like the actual account portion of it. I know like for myself, when I look at my bill, or when every single year I have you guys come out and just do like a check on all of the things, maybe I move the stove, or I move something, and I'm like, let me just make sure that it's all attached where it's supposed to. And everyone said you guys are great about coming out pretty quickly.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yes, so it's actually a free service that we offer, whether it's your business, your restaurant, your home, your apartment complex. It's a free service we offer. We encourage you guys to call us, especially during peak season when you might be using maybe your heater a lot more often. It's a free service. We can do a safety check on all your natural gas appliances free of charge anytime. You can call us at our 800 number, which I'll share at the end. But I mean, definitely, I thank you for bringing
it's a
that
great
up.
service.
It is. Thank you. And our guys really do work hard to make sure it's a household logo when you see the little gas symbol, and they're there to just provide a service to you guys.
Yeah. Well, the team is great.
Thank you.
Let's talk about hydrogen. So I was looking at some of your items, and you have the Hydrogen Innovation Experience. I know that's in Downey. It sounds very futuristic when we're looking at it. Can you walk us through what that looks like and why it matters?
Yeah, so the Hydrogen Innovation Experience was unveiled back in 2023, just recently, and it's really the first of its kind, again, in America, microgrid and hydrogen home. So I want to talk, again, I mentioned the state of California is moving towards carbon neutrality by 2045, and so what we wanted to showcase is really what a tangible asset looks like in terms of the future and what clean fuels looks like. So we're currently blending up to 20% in the hydrogen home, and we've given hundreds, if not thousands, of tours of the home from folks across the globe who really want to see and learn more about the technology behind it. But what's great about the home is that you don't have to retrofit anything today, right? I mean, hydrogen is not a new technology. If you've ever been to Hawaii, they're currently blending hydrogen in Hawaii today, Canada, Europe. So we just wanted something local for folks to see and feel that you still get the blue flame when you turn on that gas stove. And while we're blending hydrogen, which is a cleaner fuel.
Right. Okay. That's exciting. So that's happening right now.
That's happening today. So if anybody's interested in a tour, I'm happy to host you. And a fun, I'm already giving you a treat ahead of time. I got to get you guys down there. But we do also make fresh homemade chocolate chip cookies for you in our hydrogen oven. So that's always a treat that everybody looks forward to at the end.
We definitely need to come down there. Yeah. Let's make a whole chamber, like a chamber trip, and come down and see you guys.
We should do that.
Downey is up.
To host you.
Let's talk about renewable gas or renewable natural gas. So I know it's gaining momentum, and it's a clean fuel. So how are you all sourcing it, and what's its role in reducing overall emissions?
So in terms of the state announcing its goals to reach carbon neutrality by 2045, as did we. So a couple of years ago, we released our Aspire 2045 goals and our commitment to reaching net zero, 100%, net zero by 2045. Part of that is renewable natural gas. I see a customer here actually from CRNR. So renewable natural gas, today we're actually inputting 5% of renewable natural gas into the system today. So all of you customers are receiving that today with a goal of 20% by 2030. So for example, let's say there's a landfill out in the area. I'll say Barrowman landfill because I know they're working on a project. Today they're flaring their trash to the air, right? They're burning the methane in the atmosphere. Well, why not have the ability to capture that methane and reuse it, right? Rather than flaring it to atmosphere, capture that methane, put it back into the pipeline. So those are some ways in which we're getting the renewable natural gas. And then we have dairy farms we're partnering with up north in Fresno County, of course, other landfill companies, and again, customers who are using it within their transportation industry like CRNR, again, because I'm sure they have goals to have a clean energy future as well. So that's some ways for RNG of what we're doing.
That's exciting. I wanted to ask you a couple of things about some of your community initiatives, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I know we didn't really talk about this before, but so I heard of Winter. Winter, it's like with women in construction as one of your community projects. Is there anything you can share about that, or something you do for the community in STEM?
Yeah, we do a lot within STEM, and yes, I've had many experience with women winter.
Yes.
I
I'm
used
like,
to
I
work
couldn't
with them.
remember what it
Yeah,
stood for, but I'm
winter.
like,
And so these are women who are really focused on construction,
yes.
and so we give them an avenue, and we partner with them to,
Right.
give them the tools that they need to do construction projects, and
Right.
hopefully one day maybe even get them into the gas company. But in terms of our community initiatives, we do a lot of scholarships for students. We do a lot of grants. We partner with a lot of our local businesses through even restaurant grants, local chambers, of course. Thank you, Orange Chamber of Commerce for hosting. But really, right now, what we're looking at is giving back in a really meaningful way through our time.
Right.
So time is valuable, I think, for every one of us, but we really want to look for opportunities in that space right now. So, for example, we just partnered with the Orange County Food Bank. We had 40 volunteers come out. We packaged, boxes of food for our senior community, which I'm sure benefits many here in the city of Orange.
For sure.
I was out with Second Harvest Food Bank harvesting fresh zucchini, which was a lot of fun. So, they harvest all their foods for, again, benefiting all members within the county of Orange. So just if you are a nonprofit or you know of a nonprofit, I see Goodwill here. So, please don't hesitate to reach out, because truly we are looking for ways to give back through our time and just having that human connection.
That's amazing. I know both of those things, time and treasure, are important. And so with our business community, one of the things we've talked about as a consistent message among many guests is just really being able to build up the younger community, any community that's needing help. And so I know that you all have done a great job of doing that. So thank you for your work with that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Let's talk about businesses. So small business owners, especially in food service, often face high energy uses. I know we talked a little bit about support for them, but are there any other success stories or programs we've seen specifically with Orange as far as helping that community, like businesses, restaurants?
Yeah, I would just encourage, again, just to take advantage of all the rebates and incentives that we have. I think, again, it's kind of just something that not a lot of folks know about. And if you go to socalgas.com/business, take advantage of the cash rebates, the energy efficiency programs. We can come in and even do a free audit for you to see, where can you make improvements to help save on costs for your business.
Okay.
So I would just really encourage folks to take advantage of all of what we do offer.
What you guys offer. Perfect. What questions do you all have? I know there's got to be burning questions here somewhere. Yes, Marjan.
To say thank you as a recipient. I'm a restaurant owner of a grant. It was through Restaurant Cares, and I received a $5,000 grant from the gas company for a new salamander.
Oh, fantastic!
That's exciting.
You are making an impact, definitely, in the city of Orange and for restaurants. So
oh, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you. I'm so glad to hear that. Yeah, I know it's so hard to choose, right? And we have so many restaurants out there. So just thank you. I'm so glad you were a recipient.
That is a wonderful program.
It is.
That is for small businesses.
Yes. Yes.
And it works. It provided me what I needed at that time to keep my business going.
Oh, thank you for sharing.
That's exciting.
Just a comment. Thanks for sharing a lot of relevant information that really impacts all of us, whether it's our own business. Just last week, I was talking to my good buddy who owns a commercial laundry business. He's like, it's electricity, water, and gas is way down here. So thanks for making that affordable, because if that was expensive, the raise prices.
Right. We try, and that's why we try to procure it at the cheaper rate, and we have the ability to store it when there are peak demands. And I feel like the peak demand is always here, though, especially with electricity. So
yes,
but we're always we just want to keep the gas flowing safely. That's our goal.
Just because we want to try the chocolate chip cookie. At least this table.
Yeah.
Please, I'd love to host you guys.
I feel like Hotel Fera especially has, I think chocolate chip cookies are the thing, so I feel like there might be some friendly competition.
Oh, I like that. I'm all for competition. With a smile on my face.
All right, any other questions?
I just wanted to provide kudos to Clarissa and the gas company. I think in a time where there's a lot of evolving and competing priorities on corporations, it's great that the gas company is so committed to chambers, business associations. You guys are very involved with grant programs, and so huge kudos for your continued involvement and commitment to organizations that include local communities.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
And I want to say thank you as well, and thank you for the shout out. Obviously, we are impacted by energy. We use it for fueling for our company. And you mentioned a couple legislations which also impact us with basically air quality management district. We've seen a lot of push towards electrification. You mentioned your hydrogen project.
Yes.
Do you see anything down the pipeline legislatively that's pushing more in terms of
Great
support
question.
for hydrogen projects?
That's a really good question. Thank you for that. Yeah, hydrogen is really huge here in California. I think it's getting a lot more recognition now. I know the DOE awarded ARCHES, which is an alliance for renewable hydrogen, and it's a mix of nonprofit, for business organizations, over 200, who are really looking at hydrogen as that next phase as we're in this clean energy transition. One of the things that we have in the pipeline, no pun intended, is our Angeles Link project. And so this is a dedicated green hydrogen pipeline to serve those hard to electrify areas. So think of the LA ports, Long Beach, the heavy duty trucking industry, maybe a commercial or industrial businesses that require that high heat, maybe like glass blowing. So those you cannot simply electrify, right? So we are looking at Angeles Link as that next way to bring in that hydrogen. Another project we have that we're working on, which I'm really excited about, is our hydrogen blending demonstration project.
Okay.
So at the direction of our regulator, the California Public Utilities Commission, we've been directed to have live hydrogen demonstration projects. This is across the state. So this is not an initiative by SoCalGas, but also PG&E, San Diego Gas and Electric, Southwest Gas and us. We have two proposed projects, one in Orange Cove, which is kind of by Fresno County up north, and then one here in Orange County, right here in our backyard. So we're partnering with UCI to do hydrogen blending into the ARC, their Anteater Recreation Center, blending at about 5% up to 20%. And really this project is that next step forward to decarbonizing our infrastructure and really building out a statewide hydrogen blending standard. And so if we get approval, we're hoping for that by Q1 2026, possibly doing the demonstration as early as 2027, 2028 timeframe. So
that's
those are some
exciting.
projects we're working on. Thank you.
That's exciting. Good questions. Marjan.
I have a comment and a question. My comment is when you were talking about the affordability and the water heaters, and that was kind of an emphasis. I would also like to say that another factor for not going all electric, especially in Southern California, is the lack of electrical. We don't get electricity reliably. Last January, my electricity was cut 12 out of 30 days at my home, but I had a hot shower every day. And bundling everything together just doesn't seem like a great idea when we don't have reliable electricity in a fire area that we are in. That's my comment. So I hope that you will continue that push to keep them separate. I think that there is a need for that. My question has to do with, I've heard there's been legislation, I don't know where it is right now, removing gas and stoves. Gas ovens and stoves. And that has been a push in California, and both especially at the restaurant. That would be a huge cost to, can you give any input?
Yeah, I'll have to do some more research on that specific legislation for the gas stoves. But I think even just what we've seen with the recent ruling for AQMD is that at least that board anyway heard loud and clear that they are not providing customer choice, and it would just bury individuals financially. And so I'll be glad to connect with you offline, and I'll look into that specific legislation. But yeah, to your point, I think, again, just having diversity within the energy section is so important for consumers.
Definitely. That's a great question, Marjan. Any other questions? Patty.
For students right now, if they want to work, what kind of job positions do you see that our students should be working towards access in the workforce?
Yeah, we offer a lot of internship programs. When you think of the gas company, a lot of people think of engineering, but we do focus on that a lot. But we also offer internships through community relations and just maybe project management, just a variety of different things. So just to keep an eye on our website, socalgas.com/careers for those opportunities. We're also working with a lot of different school districts too to bring them into our hydrogen home, and we do an on-site workshop for them. I'm hosting Placentia and Yorba Linda in a couple of weeks.
Exciting.
So again, would love City of Orange Unified possibly to come down and take a tour and have our students just learn more about the technology and just kind of what the future opportunities are within this space too. So.
Great question, Patty.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else? All right, well, before we depart, I want to give you some time to talk to everybody. It sounds like everyone wants to talk to you right afterwards, so I'll give them some time for that. But I wanted to thank you so much for your insights. Is there anything or any final words you'd have for our business community at all?
No, just,
Thank
you all first for just being here today. I appreciate it. Of course, you guys are our customers. So, I mean, if there's any way that I really can serve you guys, part of my role, again, is working with our business communities. Just, I'm here as a resource for you guys. So please feel free to reach out. And I just thank you guys for being a customer. And at the end of the day, we're going to focus on what we do every day and delivering a service to you all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, before I let you go,
yes,
let's do. We so appreciate you. So we have a couple of announcements. So just we'll hang tight for 1 second. So we have some announcements. It is our business networking group, also here at Hotel Fera, first Wednesdays. So that's going to be on August 6th. It's going to be at the Peel, which is right around this little corner outside. We have a mixer that's going to be on the 24th at Cafe Zocalo. We have a couple of networking events. We have Latinos in Business Bilingual Mixer on the 30th, and we have Scrabble Networking on August 14th. One of our big events coming up is our e-waste recycling, and that's going to be on August 2nd and 3rd. Pat, do we have flyers on that outside or no? No flyers. Okay. Website, social media, lots of flyers on there. Santiago Canyon College parking lot 1. I couldn't remember which parking lot. We have a member orientation. So whether you've been a member for a long time or a short time, you want to find out all the things, come on August 6th. Our foundation event, or the foundation's event, will be at Green Cheek Beer. They are doing bingo once a month. It's a great night. This time it's going to be hosted on August 13th. Next month, Eggs and Issues, we are going to be speaking with our new City of Orange Police Chief, Adam Jebick. So excited to welcome him and have a chat with him. So please mark your calendars now for that for the 26th. That's pretty much it. So just make sure and follow us on social media, follow our website, all the events. We have so many. They're posted. If you get our newsletter, you know that you're like reading down that list of like every single thing. I know you mark your calendar. Thank you so much for doing that. Special thank you, of course, to Hotel Fera for hosting their delicious breakfast. Grab a piece of fruit on your way out. Also, special thank you to our Chairman Circle sponsors. We could not do it without you. Our board of directors, members, and staff. Thank you so much. We will see you next month. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.